Alright, so I'm going to be analyzing pages 26 through 29 of the things they carried. It's the section titled Love. And I color-coded on the sheet the 5 moves because I felt like that would be easiest for me to be able to follow. However you want to do it, just make sure, as long as you understand what all the moves are asking, it makes it a lot easier. So if you have questions or anything, let me know. So I would take it section by section and kind of read that section so you understand the full context and understand what you need to from it. I went through and I go through and do the entire move for the entire section and then do it move by move. So at the beginning, I started with the denotation of carried, which is in the first or second sentence, and the phrase says all the things we still carried through our lives. Because the connotation of carried is different than the denotation that we know. And then further on page 27 towards the top, as the author starts describing Martha in the photo, it answers kind of the question like what is most interesting or strange or revealing, and this reveals a description of a character, which is important. And then page 28, I kind of furthered that comment because he describes the situation with Martha and Jimmy and how that kind of contributes to Jimmy's character that we learn. And then for move 3, it's kind of asking the so what, and I did that at the very end of the section because after going through this whole story, I said that Jimmy wanted to die honorably and that he wanted to be remembered honorably. And then move 4, which is 3 different parts, but I only did one of the parts, and that was, because this was very quick, for binaries, and it's an organized contrast. And so I said the binary for that was talk and don't talk, because throughout the whole thing they talk about Martha and this whole situation. At the very end, he asks him not to mention certain parts of it and not to kind of, like, really just not to talk about it, which is contradictory. And then for move 5, which is where you just kind of ask further questions in the text that make you think, on page 27, about halfway through, I said, what's the continuing theme of homesickness and how does it relate to the theme of nostalgia, kind of throughout the text, because I've read further than this, but I just picked this because it was a short section. And yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope this helped somewhat.